Hey guys, Snake here with another video for you today. It's been a while since I've played Minecraft, but honestly, I'm really proud of this world. I just kind of wanted to go through and do a world tour. I call it Utilitaria, and it's my survival world. It's on hard difficulty because of mob spawning and loot drops, and to keep my villagers safe from becoming zombies. So let's check it out. So I'm sure some of you are wondering why I'm riding a pig right now, and most of you probably don't care about the legitimacy of my claim that this is all survival mode, but I'll just make sure there's no question. As you can see, I got a trophy there, when pigs fly. So here we are where it all began. This is the world spawn, where I came in as a humble Minecraft noob and started my journey into this brave new world. So there's the sun setting on the city behind me, and you can pretty much see that the spawn is pretty abysmal. I haven't made any kind of perimeter or anything, and I literally just have a box here that traps people that spawn into the world. So since we're right next to it, there happened to be a skeleton spawner right over here, so I made a skeleton farm. I'm pretty proud of that. It's just a typical spawner farm where they all go down a waterfall and you whack them all. I use this for a long time with mending all my equipment constantly, and I've pretty much moved on to using my gold farm for that. However, I still come here quite often for bones. And I've got a little storage system set up down here that sorts the armor, the bows, the bones, and the arrows. Just with little water streams. I went ahead and slept just to make it daytime so that we can see a little better. Okay, on the way back up here. You can always hear those drowned guys gurgling in the walls. That's always entertaining. So it's used to just be a little tower, but I recently built a giant skeleton around it because I thought it looked really cool and lets you know that this is the skeleton farm. So I picked the seed because I wanted a mushroom spawn, basically to build the safest and most secure fortress I can start building. I made a soul sand moat that goes kind of around. It's still under construction. Oops. And then this is the official entrance over here, where you would come in from the skeleton farm. And I'll just show you real quick. These are all little arrow guns I made in case invaders are coming in. And you'll see several of those scattered throughout. This is our little armory station. Auto equipping, storage for swords, bows, and armor. And then we have our piston door here. And this is a Bowtie Man design. I went on his channel and followed his tutorial to make that. Some targets. And I'll show you basically the little command center here. We've got a little peek hole for the front so you can make sure who's coming in or out. got the control for the piston door. Here's some more automatic arrow shooting guns. Then I've got an alarm system that I set up with just some bells going down the way. And then this is kind of where all the construction and stuff happens. We've got a cobblestone generator, a tree grower, a crop grower, my super smelter, a little over-designed crafting table, some sheep wool collectors, an automatic chicken cooker, automatic cow cooker, and this was going to be a pig cooker, but the pigs are too small to be cooked by the lava, so that's kind of an experiment in progress there. That guy's kind of just been bobbing up and down since I built this thing. And then something I did design myself here. I have my guardians. These are my babies. Basically a switch to protect your area with mining fatigue, so that your friends can't like accidentally mine through your, or purposefully mine through your walls. And also to protect, I have a video on how to make that if you're interested, but it could be useful in like a PvP server or something like that. I don't know why one of my music discs is laying on the floor there. This building's kind of just under construction. I sort of built just kind of a castle kind of building, and I wanted to build just a giant arrow shooting device out of the top here. So we've got that, and I'll go ahead and just show you the area of effect. So it pretty much just hits that front hill. Ow. I'll have to make that opening a little wider there. Those arrows cause a bit of lag. Okay, so going back down and out. Let's see what else there is to show. This is kind of what I first started building. This is my original smelters. This is my little 2x1 piston door storage room. And the iron farm's been quite productive. Got all kinds of random stuff in here. Most of my valuable stuff I keep in my ender chest and shulker boxes. Yeah, so we got that, and then we got a little door that closes. Okay, and then moving into the secondary part here, we've got a bunch of our crops. So I've got the flower farm for chorus fruit. This is where we plant all the chorus fruit, and I just love chorus fruit because of how it teleports you around and all of that. A fruit with utility is good. So I pretty much exclusive fruit and golden apples. As you can see here, we've got our wheat, carrots, and we can put potatoes there as well. It's an auto harvester. And then nether wart automatic harvester. I think Silent Whisper, I made a tutorial for that I followed. Then we've got an automatic melon and pumpkin farm up there. And let me see, got a little pet endermite just chilling out. All of our crop producing systems converge here to the central storage. It's all combined with water streams, and we have an emergency valve so that we can retrieve anything that's not supposed to be in there. The filters don't pick up. Right here we've got our stasis chamber for ender pearls. And I have that rigged up to a daylight sensor so that you can make it automatic. Then we've got 4-in-1 zero tick farm that produces sugarcane, kelp, cactus, and bamboo. That's the other one, sorry. And that's a design by Navy Nexus. I recommend him for some really good redstone farms. He's got some really good builds. You'll see a lot of his work through my server here, as well as Silent Whisperer. And like my honey farm here, that was Waddles. I borrowed that from him. Here's where we've got our mineral storage for all of our various blocks, building blocks, cobblestone, stone, endstone. I'm sorry if I'm running around a lot, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to show next to make this as efficient as possible. That's my mom's little house there that I built for her. I got to finish the roof off. Then we've got another Navy Nexus design here. It's a zero-tick sugarcane farm. And this thing produces sugarcane like no one's business. It just pumps it out. Like, it's crazy. I recommend it thoroughly. Got a villager breeder over here. And I just have 2 pods of villagers because I didn't need a huge amount of villagers, and this produces a lot of them anyway. More than enough. For some reason I couldn't take off there. Okay, so from above here you can kind of see what we've gone over already. There's the 3 guardian chambers here. And then we'll move over here next. This is going to be the iron farm. And that's Silent Whisper's design. And then the gold and experience farm. And that's Navy Nexus. I got the tutorial from him. From what I understand, a lot of people put their minds together to make this monster. But it's a super efficient, super awesome farm. It repairs all your equipment in like less than a minute if you have mending, and it gives you ungodly amounts of experience, as well as swords. You'll literally have more, like, let's see, yeah, we've got full chests here. You'll have more swords than you know what to do with. It could be a good or a bad thing. I have them melted all down. My mom actually helps me do that sometimes when she's on the server, but helps melt them down into nuggets so I can make gold bars to make those gold apples. And of course you get nuggets bars and rotten flesh. If you have a villager trade hall, which I do, you can trade those for emeralds, so that's cool. But yeah, this thing's pretty crazy. It's got 3 trident killers in here with crazy rates when you start ticking those portals. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to cause a bunch of lag and have to sort out the swords. The iron farm just kind of passively kills those golems as they drop in. You can see them right there. Perfect timing. Alright, so let's see. Over here we've got work in progress. This is going to be the Guardian farm, and this is actually the monument location that I took my 3 guardians for my system from. So they were pretty close. This is how close they were. But this is going to be the Guardian farm, and I'm in the process of getting a bunch of tridents together so that I can build that up. That's Silent Whispers tutorial on that is what I've been following. And then off here to the side, we've got our trade hall. You can tell kind of as things were built from cobblestone, those are kind of the first things I built, and then the things that are in prismarine were the later things that I built, because I actually really like prismarine, how it changes color. So we've got all our villagers in here ready to trade. I'm thinking of adding either another story to it or building a second one next to it, because there's a few enchantments I still want to get, and villagers are fun. I have a bunch of villagers just waiting in the Nether in my little breeding chamber, waiting to go to work. Okay, so now I believe that's everything that's close that's in the overworld. Everything else is connected via the Nether. So let's go through the Nether portal out here. So we come out in this room here. Got our little ender chest, crafting table. I have an automatic respawn anchor that I made, and then there's roof access. Down here goes to the underground tunnel where I was mining ancient debris. Then I have the tunnel goes to the Nether portal, back to the overworld where the end portal is at. And there I have a sand duper that's now no longer working after a recent patch, and I have a bedrock farm for obtaining bedrock in survival mode. That was a design of Navy Nexus as well. I really can't recommend that dude enough, but let's go ahead and ride this way. First destination, we have 2 farms branching outwards through paths in the Nether, and I'm gonna replace these with piston bolts eventually. I just haven't gotten to it, and I just basically threw these railways on to get at least some sort of automatic way to get there. I really like the aesthetic of prismarine and end rods, and I've played with a couple different tunnel designs as I've gone through. I really dig the kind of, I don't know what you'd really call it, just framing the Nether portals like that is really cool. So we go through this portal and it goes to our raid farm. This is another thing I got by Silent Whisper. Super efficient and super awesome for getting those totems of undying, those any of the witch drops, gunpowder, redstone, potions, and a lot of emeralds come from these guys, as well as the occasional enchantment books. So I recommend building one of these as well. It's super awesome, super fun to use too. Alright, so back through the portal now. Building these tunnels out here was definitely the most dangerous thing I've done in the game, where I almost died a lot of times, almost falling in lava and stuff. And more so from skeletons and ghasts. Like that bridge that way I was building out to the Nether fortress. I ended up just flying there in the overworld. Or I guess I didn't have the elytra then, so I literally ran there in the overworld to go get blaze rods, because I tried building there and it was just not a fun time. I fell in lava twice, I think. So connected to this building, we've got our villager breeder, reciprocal, I guess you'd call it. Little chamber here, and you can see there's actually a lot of villagers sitting in here right now. I don't really have a plan for them right yet either. I think we'll use them for the trade halls. And then this is our little nitwit removal system here. It pretty much just shoots them with arrows and takes care of them so that the rest of the villagers don't get angry with me for killing them, because they view it as the machine killed them. Okay, so we take this tunnel this way, and it's going to our witch farm. I made the witch farm pretty much exclusively for gunpowder, and it makes quite a bit, but it makes a lot of other stuff too, so I need to build a creeper farm. But the rockets, I go through those really fast when I'm flying around. And I mean, I'll be honest, sometimes I fly aimlessly just because it's really fun to fly around with the Elytra and see, explore and stuff like that, so it's not always traveling to a exact destination. So we go through this portal and we're at our witch farm. I just kind of encased everything and made a simple little stack of chests to store all the potions in. Then you can see the AFK platforms way up there. This was designed by Navy Nexus as well, and it's really cool. It uses simulation distance to basically make the you prevent the spawning of anything underground, so you don't have to cave or spawn proof anything, and you're sitting up in the tower to where basically the witches at this layer distance from you are able to spawn, but nothing below it is able to. And it produces a lot of good stuff. Gunpowder, like I said, potions, all kinds of goodies. Sticks, I think they're supposed to be wands. So that's 2 farms there, and the next thing I'll show you is what the end portal in my world is looking like here, and what the now defunct sand duper looks like, as well as the little bedrock farm. And trivia I learned was that the gas sounds are actually like one of, I think it's the music artist's cat being woken up, recorded and like distorted a little bit or something. I don't know if that makes them more creepy or cute, as some people seem to think. I think they're pretty creepy. Okay, we're back at the hub. Let's go down the little path here. So I just made a little thing straight down. I could actually show you guys really quick what the Nether hub looks like from outside. It's just kind of a giant 2 pillars separated. You can't really tell from the inside of it. And then I made the glass floor with the frosted glass just to give it that really, it's to make it that faded red appearance. I probably need a little bit more layers to give it a more prominent effect, but it still looks really good, in my opinion at least. So here we go down the scaffolding even deeper. Originally I was just tunneling through here with a machine to get ancient debris for netherite equipment, and then since the end portal is low in the ground anyway, it just lined up to not build staircasing bridge to it, or to dig a tunnel downwards, but to rather just branch off of my already existing tunnel here. I actually took a wrong turn there. That was the way to the jungle biome that's a way off. It was just a portal there. This is the way to the end portal, and it's actually really close. You can see why I decided to just branch off here. Okay, so I basically just encased the whole room with prismarine, and this is a sand duper that, or gravity block duper, that used to work by pushing the blocks into the portal, but for some reason it doesn't work anymore. However, this is how my end portal looks now, permanently basically, because I removed the frames from it, so I don't really want to take apart the machine. So we just come out, pretty standard. I haven't done anything in here other than kill the dragon and mine one of the towers entirely for its obsidian. That's how I built the obsidian around my walls. And let's see, this right here is the Bedrock machine, and there's a tutorial for how to build it on Navy Nexus's channel. It's really easy to build, kinda difficult to use. You have to find a sweet spot, and it's hard to tell sometimes when you get the bedrock. And let me see, I can actually show you guys. I have a ender chest right here, but let's see real quick. So we've got, oh, where did I put it? I think it's in here. Okay, you guys can see right here. There we go. We've got 2 stacks of bedrock. Now these are going to be used for wither cages, so that's why I wanted it. Alright guys, so I think that's going to basically conclude my little world tour here. I think I showed most of everything that was interesting and worth showing. I'll be making more videos about what's going on in here and what happens when I'm building new farms, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of those uploads. If you have any questions about anything I showed or want to know who made what, I can let you know. Just ask me in the comments below. Navy Nexus, Silent Whisperer, and Waddles. Those are basically the 3 that any of my designs are borrowed here from that I built. So, thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.